Hi guys, it's the 39th episode of Promptsquad, and the prompt for this month was Megapint, suggested by Zoe.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A megapint?
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful clip. I don't know about you guys, but I am using Megapint all the time now. It's just the perfect measurement of, any beverage. Anyway, so I'm in a real art slump at the moment, and yeah, I'm going to use that as an excuse. I'm really struggling to draw anything, and I just can't stand to look at my own art for longer than half an hour. It's becoming really annoying. So this is going to be a very, 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 very quick starter from me as my prompt, because I just couldn't deal with it. And annoyingly, the initial footage of me drawing the ship is also a bit wonk, so it's mostly going to be how I coloured this piece in, but you didn't really miss much anyway. I just kind of used a reference image of a few different ships just so that I could draw this, because I had no idea what to draw a ship like, and it's just the same technique that I used for the tentacles, as you'll see at the start, just to try and create this pencil sketch on Procreate of an almighty Megapint. Now, I wanted to mimic that scene from the original Pirates 2 with him stepping off the sinking ship onto the dock, because it's just such a fantastic way of introducing his character in that film, and I kind of like it, just like this baffling word. I think they both just don't stop being amusing as an image and an idea. And I like the idea of this ship sinking into the pint as well, and some mighty kraken kind of pulling it down to Davy Jones' locker. Plus, just any excuse to draw tentacles. I think it's kind of similar in a way to enjoying drawing snakes. They are just kind of fun to draw. I don't know why. I can't explain it. You guys probably will have to let me know, I think, if you feel the same about them, or, if you have something like that, like an item or a creature that you just keep gravitating towards in your art. I think especially being in this art slump at the moment, things like this are what kind of stop me from just, deleting everything that I do and starting again. So maybe expect more tentacles and snakes while I'm trying to get over this hump. Anyway, that's my piece for this month's prompt. Now onto the more exciting part of this video, which as always is the wonderful art that's been created by the members of the Promptsquad. Now I'm excited to introduce a new member of the Promptsquad this month. It's Carmel. Make sure to send her some love, though I don't think I'm going to need to ask you to do that, because you see this piece, the mixture of medias that she does, it just adds all of these beautiful textures to the portrait, and that gold ink as well, that I want to say is gold, I think it's gold ink, that's encircling Johnny's face, it's just stunning. It really frames him well and brings him forward in the composition. I just can't stop looking at it, Carmel. Your art is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing it, and I hope that you'll join in with the next prompt that we have too. Nadia created Megapint, which I think we can all get behind. This is, to be honest, probably the Megapint of choice for me. Just, getting ready with one of these in the morning, I'd be sorted for the day. But imagine the biscuits though that you would need for a cup at this big. Maybe don't think about it too much because it's distracting me. But my favourite part of this illustration, other than that, are these perfectly drawn hands that she's done, and also the colour scheme in general. I really love the reddish orange of the tea against the purples and greens. Lovely complementary colour palette that really blends perfectly together. It's a really lovely piece, Nadia. I think me and Lou were sharing a similar idea for this month, clearly telepaths. But what I really love about Lou's illustration is the mixture of textures that she's created digitally and how they add this extra contrast to the limited colour palette that she's used. I think it's really clever to add bubbles into the beer, these stripes onto the sea, and the soft cloud textures to the sky, because it adds all these extra layers to this piece and lots of extra visual interest. It really separates the important features without having to rely heavily on the line art or the colours. I think it's a really great technique, Lou, and I'm definitely going to be stealing it. Dave, as always, just cheers me up whenever I look at his art, and this is no exception. His Johnny beer, its mighty swashbuckling little pirate beer. I think this might be my favourite aspect of it, but the clean, precise nature of this as a piece of digital art, it's just such a sharp and perfect little character. And I feel like it'd just be perfect for, say, an advert or a cartoon of its own. Dave's getting so professional with his digital art. Whenever I see a piece like his now, it's just, I'm expecting it to say, oh, this is a sticker you can buy, you know, hint, 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 Dave. I think they're just turning out really beautifully, really professional. Of course, Troy had to create one of his stunning portraits for this prompt, and I was so happy when I saw this pop up in my inbox. Troy is so talented at capturing people, and especially capturing emotion on a person's face. I think it's extremely hard to do that, and yet Troy is always able to add so much life and emotion to the faces of his people that you rarely see it in artists. I rarely see it when people illustrate people. You know, I think it's a really hard thing to do. And yeah, I love the smile of his Jack Sparrow, and having him clutch the rum is such a fun play on the prompt. It's a great piece of art as always, Troy. Far Photos created this fun black and white sketch as her first piece for the prompt, and I love that it runs in one direction to tell this story, and then you kind of double back to the first focus. It's just a lovely composition, really clever, really reminds me as well of a cartoon strip with that layout. And Far Photo's second piece is inspired by her uncle, who makes wine, and she's designed this really sweet, thoughtful label for him. I love that she featured him on there. The colours and just thoughtfulness in Far Photos art always brightens my day. Thank you so much for sharing this, Far Photos. Em created this pop art style poster for the prompt that I'm still just speechless about it. I'm kind of baffled of what to say, Em. It's really, really good. I know Em's been religiously watching the trial, and all these little details that she adds are just fantastic. You can easily get so lost in this piece. The Amber Heard bee meme, it's just too good. I was so tempted to just start adding clips like crazy right now, but I'm not going to do it because the poster's good enough. It's easily just such a good representation of all the jokes, all these winks throughout the trial. And the colours, the layout, that kind of pop art style, even adding her own signature bee, looking worried and terrified. I can't stop smiling, Em. This is amazing. This image should be like on the wiki article whenever someone looks up this trial. Finally, Zoe's painted this just jaw-dropping portrait of Jack Sparrow for her take on the Megapint. And again, I mean, you guys are too good. Please stop it, because it's making it really hard to get through this part of the video. lower your standards, guys. But yeah, I'm amazed that you just created this, Zoe. I mean, the skin tones, they're really natural, but then you have this wavy, abstract blue background, and yet they both play really well together. It's a really lovely palette. It looks really natural, but also has these sharp, contrasting tones. I think it's just really impressive. It's really well done. You're very talented, Zoe, really, to paint something as good as this. It's just really impressive. And that's everyone's pieces for the Megapint. Thank you all so much for sharing your takes on this prompt, because I was really unsure how you guys are going to feel with this one. I felt like it was a good, fun, short-term one, especially if we only had a few weeks. And yeah, I'm just really glad that we got such a broad response. I think it really shows that we have such a great sense of humour in this group. Everyone took part, they added their own form of humour and their own take, and yeah, I just really loved it. It really made me just chuckle all the way through, you know, as usual. But now, let's get on with the next prompt by spinning our wheel. Remember, if you would like to add a prompt to the wheel, just comment it down below and I will make sure to add it to next month's spin. And our next prompt is going to be Space Adventure by Halumpa. Man, Halumpa, you must be chuffed because I feel like I added this for you about a year ago. So, we're finally here. Congratulations. Looks like we're gonna be getting back to our more illustrator route for this next prompt. All you have to do to join the Promptsquad, guys, next month is create a piece of art inspired by the prompt Space Adventure. Maybe, you want to design an alien or a whole planet or tell your own story. I think there's so many different directions that you could take this prompt, so I really hope that it inspires you to create your own piece of art next month. I'm actually going to extend the deadline for this one to the 1st of August, mainly so you all get a bit longer over this summer period to give this a go, because I know everyone's going to be looking towards holidays soon, so maybe broaden it a little bit. And also, I feel like this is one that you really could get your teeth into, and if you're going to get your teeth into it, it's probably going to take a bit longer to finish. So here's an extra couple of weeks so that you can just have fun with this and there's no pressure, you can just enjoy yourself. I can't wait to see what you're all going to come up with. Thank you again to our Promptsquad members who created a piece of art for the Megapint prompt. They just really cheered me up on what sometimes has been quite a stressful few weeks. So thank you all so much. And I'm sure that they've offered a lot of levity, a lot of happiness to a lot of the other people who are watching this video. So thank you twice, you did such an amazing job. I hope you're all doing well, and if you ever have any questions about the Promptsquad, what you have to do, any ideas, just let us know down below in the comments. I'm sure I and the other members will hurry up and try and help you and answer them. But yeah, just take care of yourselves. I hope to see you all soon, and I hope you enjoy next month's prompt. Thank you all again. Bye!